Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon. It is our second session about teaching reading, and in this session, I will share my knowledge about how to teach reading, and then post reading is the writing skill. So, the reading skill, and this lesson has two outcomes, like to equip teacher with evidence-based strategies for integrating reading and writing instruction. So, how can being a teacher we can integrate reading, then integrate reading with writing. First we teach reading and so evidence-based strategies, then to explore how reading comprehension activities inform written production. So how first we'll give reading comprehension activities, so then written production. So this will be the aim of the lesson. This Amanat Ali, lecturer in English from Majma University, Saudi Arabia, and pursuing PhD from University of Malaysia, Pahang Al Sultan Abdullah. Here is my email. We can communicate, we can stay connected and share our knowledge and like teaching language skill. Today's presentation agenda will be reading and writing skills, different ways of reading objectives and learning outcomes, reading skills lesson plan, practice reading skills. Will share knowledge how to teach, do's and don'ts in reading, question answer, and this will be the agenda of the today's lesson. So first of all, reading and writing skills. So what is reading skill? Reading skill is a process of constructing meaning from written text. So we have a written text, we can construct meaning from it. Interaction between the reader's background knowledge, linguistic competencies, and information in the text. So it involves reading a reader background knowledge already he or she has, his linguistic competence and information. Also it involves decoding simple letter in words and comprehend ideas, enabling the reader to interpret, evaluate, and respond. So from the text, comprehension first comes, then readers should be enabled. So in term of teaching reading, so reader or the student will be able to comprehend, interpret, evaluate, and respond to the written material. If we talk about writing skill, writing is the process of expressing idea, thought, and information in written form using appropriate language structure, vocabulary organization. Yeah, so it is a written format of expressing our ideas. In the writing, first stage is planning. The first student plan, then draft, revise, and edit and meaning effectively to a specific audience. So for example, a student is writing a piece of paper, giving a piece of writing, he or she is giving in a specific context. So expressing thought or ideas in shape of words on the paper. When we see different ways of reading and writing, how we like a student read or write, what are the purpose of student reading and writing. For example, if student has a text, first stage is reader skimming, just like the main idea, the topic, the title, the article is about just the main idea, general idea of the text. Then scanning a little detail, then the skimming, so student get the specific information. For example, number, percentage, or the text is about if different characters, so to just identify the specific information. The next, if intensive reading, the students are doing intensive reading, it means to understand deeply what is the text about, what is true and false, what is correct, not, or they can understand the text or article or any passage deeply. The next stage comes extensive reading. The student read for player, or student read for a long time and to get the comprehension. The predictive stage is the first stage. Before the skimming, student gets the content. Yeah. Inferential, like it's from the word infer meaning not directly but indirectly from the text, hidden meaning of the text. Then reading aloud also, if in ways of reading, it is one way of reading is reading aloud. So this way it helps student to understand the word pronunciation to enable them to pronounce the word correctly. And silent reading is on the students read on their own way, so they can comprehend the text privately. The next is writing. The purpose of writing are different kind of writing, like narrative writing, telling stories; descriptive writing, describe the picture, video, or a story or a scene, or so to describe, just to describe clearly something. Expository, to explain something, explain a process or explaining something. Then persuasive writing, kind of argumentative, or to pursue, to ask, to convince someone with opinion and ideas. Compare and contrast, so we give student two different ideas, like uh, compare between city and rural life, college and school life, family and friends, something like compare between two products, two persons, two cities, two countries, something like this. That's cause and effects. Yeah, the cause and effect, say, if students sleep early, what will be the effect? One cause, different effects, are different causes, one effect. So cause and effect, essay or paragraph, or so reflective means student give their personal response about something, like opinion or so. Then it's also the final stage is process writing. Process mean, for example, how does a machine work, how to draw money, how to cook something. So this way student can write. So this is also kind of writing. Reading objective are learning outcomes. We in the reading we have skills and its objectives. For example, whenever we have a reading a paragraph, we give student to read something, like, okay, read a text. It has some main aim. And the first one is reading, to develop student ability to read for just specific information. A short article about any topic student can read. Then subsidiary aim is like main aim reading. Then writing are also provide personalized speaking practice or writing practice, to introduce the practice target vocabulary. So while reading we have to teach student target vocabulary, and also we have to give student writing or speaking exercise at the end of reading activity. Personal aim, there is, this is not the private aim, this is a personal aim of the teacher, so he can deliver the lesson well, he can let the student understand the instruction carefully, so student clear instruction and concise feedback, that is that comes under personal aim. Then like now we have a text, and this stage is predicting. We show it to the students and ask to predict. So purpose of predicting is to know the meaning, to know what is going to happen in the text. Then skimming strategies, as we explained, the stage is skimming, and student have to read text quickly and identify the main idea. Then scanning is little deeper than skimming at this stage. So the purpose of this stage is to locate key details like dates, names, facts. Then intensive reading, so it's deeper, more in the more detail than the skimming. And scanning, locate key details. Sorry, do you understand the writer's specific point of view or argument? So at this stage, some extensive reading is student read for player or fluency and overall language proficiency. Let's move to the language skill lesson plan stage. So lesson skill, whenever we are teaching any skills like listening, speaking, reading or writing, we have a lesson plan. So in lesson plan, there are specific stages. Whenever we go to the class, we should have an aim. The main aim, for example, reading. At the end of this lesson, student will be able to read something about any topic and can perform. Then subsidiary aim, smaller or sporting tasks. For example, reading is the main aim, speaking or vocabulary teaching might be subsidiary aim. Then it comes lead in or warm up. Lead in activity to activate prior knowledge, engage student and to introduce topic. We want to teach student about AI in education, we give some example. We want to teach student about family life, we give some pictures or play audio tracks. So student lead in, warm up. Then pre-teach vocabulary, the important vocabulary to Yes, pretty 5 to 7 words or up to 10 words. So student will listen only keywords or around the keywords and read the text under keywords. Then it comes skimming or previewing. Main idea or attitude student can just preview and like or skim the idea and just what is the main idea of the text. How does the writers feel, for example the heading or that the title can display. Then comes scanning is little detailed uh, stage. At this stage we will give ask student to give specific information, short detail, like maybe through the true false, fill in the blanks, or through the question answers. Then comes the intensive reading stage. So for example matching the heading, this we ask student, and then extensive answer question or critical analysis. At this stage student can reflect more, they can give more ideas about the text in detail. Post reading can be speaking task or the writing task, and at this stage student will reflect or write. Okay, practicing reading skills lesson. Whenever we have a reading skill, we have to practice. So we there are some reliable resources that are used all over the world. There are many free resources. We will share. We will have a specific lesson. A 1 day lesson, or for teachers, so we can give them share the resources which are free for all teachers. Some of the reliable authentic resources are Cambridge University, Oxford University, Pearson Education, Macmillan Education, National Geographic, Harper and Collins, also British Council. So they provide Routledge, Taylor and Francis. Some reliable sources that give teachers a lot of resources so they can use in the EFL class, ESL class, or ELT class. The things that we should do and don't about the listening skill lesson. When we are doing a reading lesson, we should do something. What are those things that a teacher should do, and what are those things that teachers should not do? First of all, set a clear purpose of reading. A teacher should set, like, today we are going to read about festivals, today we are going to read about city life, today we are going to read about scientific discoveries, today we are going to read about social problems. So clear purpose, one clear purpose, one two like main aim and subsidiary aim. Pre-teach only essential vocabulary, so 5 to 10 words are best to teach student, not every word. Encourage reading for meaning, so students should be encouraged to read for meaning, like they should read and comprehend authentic level appropriate text. For example, authentic mean the real resources or authentic text, not any text, and give it to students. It doesn't have that all the features. Level appropriate mean if we are teaching students, for example A1, A2, like a beginner, elementary, intermediate, so choose text according to their level. Include post reading discussion, so this one is important, because if we don't add post reading or discussion, student may not reflect what did they learn, they cannot use. The things that we shouldn't do being a teacher: don't explain every word, so it is prohibited or it's not encouraged, so student will not understand. Then don't interpret while students read. If students are reading, let them read. They should be pin drop silent, no question answer during that time, only observe, check instruction, not over teaching vocabulary. Don't over teach vocabulary. Over teaching is really get student make them more confused. Rather, we should only teach key vocabulary. Test instead of teach. Don't test. Students should not be tested during they have been given an activity, they let them do their activity. Don't test at the same time. Don't ask vague question like, did you understand? And so it's not encouraged. You should ask something. For example, if you want to check instructions, we can say, is it pair activity or group activity? If it is like reading, so we can say, will you find out true or false? So specific, which statement is true, which statement is false, not like vague question. Now it is the last portion of the lesson, that is question and answer. If you if you need any support or guidance, or we can share knowledge for guidance of level preparation or English language development, please don't hesitate to reach out. Here is my name and here is the QR code. We can stay connected through social media. Thank you so much. But before that, we will have one important aspect, that we will go to a reading lesson. We will go to a reading lesson and we will share some lessons so we can do it practically.